Okay, welcome back. This is step number 2. I've decided for this model study we will just teach me about let's say, architecture of a uh, castle. Just keep it simple by creating an animation. So that's it. Type it in. I'm going to make these videos like 2 or 3 minutes, keep them really small. Let's start. And if you want to switch over to something like IO or O1, that's fine. But this will be enough. It's just going to build a castle with some textured stone look and a drawbridge that rotates up and closed over time. And it's going to make it a little animation. Well, that is a pretty simple script. Let's see what it looks like just for fun. And we want to set up our Python console, make sure it's running. We want to set up our time frame, and we check this is at 120 frames, so we probably could go in here, and I think I can scroll this one over, and I can change that to, since the frames only go to 120, let's change this one to 120. Um, and then we can scale that up in case we want to see any geometry. And the script goes in here, so let's just copy it and paste it in. It doesn't get much easier than that. And I'm not even going to bother looking at the script in here, but I could. Sometimes it doesn't import math, sometimes it doesn't import randoms. And down here we'll see if it runs. Let's hit play. And there we go. We have a very boring castle and no bugs, but boy did it ever do a simple job. And we're going to run it through its animation and see what it does. It's got a revolved door, and there it is. Not ideal, but something to begin with. And do we have any renders? Nothing, basically, but something to start with. And at that point, if you want to look deeper into the code, you can scroll through here. I do like that it clears existing objects to begin with, and then you're immediately going to create the castle wall. You're going to add some stone texture that requires existing material setups, which is pretty basic stone material. And that's an if-else statement, and then we're going to have a drawbridge, and we're going to rotate the partition of the drawbridge and animate the drawbridge. And of course, you can see that over here if you want to see it as well. Maybe just to keep it interesting, we will file save this, and we will save it under, let's see, we'll do architectural, we'll do castle. We'll just put it in here because I have so many files generating. Uh, and they're pretty lightweight. I mean, well, these ones are getting up. These architectural ones are getting up in the megabytes. You want to clear them once in a while. And we're just going to start with the castle as one, and we're going to save that in Blender, and there it is. And then I'm just saying great, but can you produce a more realistic 3D castle model, CAD model with more complexity and details? And so you're literally just telling it what you probably would tell yourself, and you would find a way to doing in CAD, in node scripting, in whatever means you want, but it's going to write its code, and we're going to run that. And then I'm going to probably end this one, just see where it goes. And before it runs the next one, I will file save as for the more advanced version. I'm just going to put that in as B. Very simple to write, simple animations, and with the kind of sense of game design, and you can have a little bit of fun with this. See where it goes. So as this one writes out, it's written probably 100 lines of code, maybe. Let's take it. Let's stop that animation. We can delete what's there, but I have a feeling my Control A, I'm going to put in my new script, 42 lines of script, and I'm going to run it right here. I'm going to run it down here, and I don't have any bugs, and we're going to run it on play and see what it did. It did exactly the same script because I noticed it didn't go up any lines. So let's go back into here and let's see. It was 43 lines of code. Let's collect it and let's type it. Yeah, it's 85 lines. I didn't think I actually got it. So let's stop this one. Let's run this code. And there you go. Get a little more elaborate castle, which is kind of fun. And let's see how the drawbridge functions through it. And we've got some pillars. We can take a look at this in wireframe. We've got some strange stone things that should be lined up on the top, which are not the case. Or, you know, you made yourself a castle pretty fast, but a couple of prompts in a few minutes, and we're going to see what this ends up doing in the end. I'll leave it as just shaded and maybe transparent shaded, which I kind of like. I thought I had a, yeah, I like the transparent shaded, see-through shaded. So obviously there's some bugs and things to fix, but I've got a little animation of a script working. That's it for now, and that's section 2, and we'll just keep making these videos.